Hey yo, what is up people, it's Tangi, and today I'm coming to you guys with a brand new video. And in today's video we are going to talk about the brand new shooting mechanics and all of those new mechanics that they put into the game in the new shooting test mode of Fortnite. Now I'm really sorry here, first of all, with the gameplay in the background. It might be loading sometimes or just like bugging out, and I don't know, just doing all that weird stuff. And for some reason, each time that I have OBS opened on my computer and I'm going onto YouTube, the videos just like load really slowly, and they just keep bugging out and loading at certain random points into the video, even though that they're fully loaded like in advance and stuff. And it's just super annoying. I don't know why it does this, especially on YouTube. I don't know why it just does this on YouTube, but it just makes my whole browser just like bug out, and I'm really sorry. I just wanted to get some background, just like gameplay to play while I'm talking about this new subject and stuff, and while recording this video. So I apologize for that, and I guess we'll just have to deal with it. So yeah. So very first of all, we're jumping into the brand new shooting mechanics that they implemented into the game in their new shooting testing, and that means they're actually thinking about changing the game a bit on how the damage works and the accuracy for mostly. I think this is mostly going to be effective on PC and going to do mostly of a difference on PC because of course console already has aim assist, but of course it's going to be effective on console as well with the new red dot thing, which we're going to get into right away. But I'm just saying that I'm pretty sure this is going to be mostly effective or doing most of a difference on PC, just because I feel like PC actually has like because there is no aim assist on PC, I feel like it's just going to be so much more different, and it's going to make so much more of a difference. And that's just what I had to say up in the start of this video. So very first of all, if you guys do not know the new shooting test, number one that they call it, the new brand new game mode, it's not really featured game modes, that they're actually putting in a game mode into the game to test their new mechanics that they want to move around, and the huge changes with like the accuracy and shotguns and stuff, which we're going to get into as well. But that's pretty much the point of them putting this game mode into the game, and just people giving their feedback on it and all that stuff, just moving around of the damage and the drop off damage and all that. So first of all, we're going to talk about all of the like different things that I actually do in this update, as far as I know and I've experienced into the game. So now what they've explained is that there's actually now drop off damage. So basically, the further the person is like in terms of distance or anything like that, the weapon will now do less damage, and it will change the variation of damage and how it scales up with the range and stuff. So basically, pretty much on every other shooter game, that's pretty much how shooting works. If you guys are not familiar with that, basically the further the person is, the less damage you do, and etc. That's pretty much just how it works all the way around the board. Now with shotguns here, I think this is what like pretty much the like biggest change that they're actually doing here. The shotguns are actually drastically changing the damage up in the close range fights. So it's actually a huge change. The tactical shotgun, I have to say, is actually the worst weapon in the game with this update. It's an absolute trash weapon, and basically unusable if you're actually going to use the tactical shotgun. And I just feel like it's just not a usable weapon anymore, and it's just a change that shouldn't be applied basically to this weapon, because it just actually makes it trash compared to the pump. And even though the tactical shoots faster, it just makes the tactical such a non-viable pick, and you're just not going to want to pick a tactical shotgun up in your games that you will play with this brand new update. So that's pretty much just another thing to it. Now I think sniper drop off, like the range, or like the bullets drop off up in the range, has been increased. I know that they in the past they actually fixed this because like in the beginning versions of the game, they actually had the sniper drop off super insanely high. So like basically when you would shoot, the bullet would just drop so much that it was basically impossible to use, and they actually decrease that drop off so they could actually be kind of like usable nowadays. And so snipers are much more easier to use in this game now, and it's much more simple to just actually predict shots and, you know, with the drop off and stuff. But I think that they actually maybe did increase that. Don't quote me on that, but I think they did. Maybe not as much as they like had it before, but maybe just a bit more than what it was like right now, basically in the current versions of the game. So I think that is a change. And also with they added this new thing, which is accuracy. And basically what this does, that when you don't move for like 2 seconds or something like that, or like 1.5 seconds, your actually middle dot and your crosshair will become red. And this basically means that your next shot is guaranteed to hit the exact point that your crosshair is actually shooting at. So if you were to just shoot someone or just like aim somebody across the map while that is red, then it would absolutely just shoot that person without no hesitation. And that's a one-shot guaranteed, just like hitting somebody. Now thing is, you can't just spray these shots. Like you actually have to just if you're going to just like long distance, just like shoot somebody repetitively and try to get that on 100% accuracy, you'd have to shoot, wait 1.5 seconds, and then shoot after again. So you can't basically just spray and it's staying red. It will actually turn back to normal after shooting one bullet, and you'll have to wait that time again. And if you are crouched and just move like a tiny little bit and just do all that stuff where you just move around, it'll actually cancel the red crosshair and will just straight up, you'll have to reset and just stay stable during those times, which is really cool in a certain way. Like I feel like it's a good balanced way to do something like this. Although you know, because you are very vulnerable while you're staying still. Like the sniper can just easily shoot you out of the blue, and you just take straight up just a shit ton of damage or straight down. And I feel like it's a pretty cool way to just like balance that out. Although the thing is that I feel like the weapons now in this like shooting testing are way too accurate. Like the freaking gray AR is just like, I feel like it's way too accurate than it's supposed to be. Like it's a gray, like with the rare variations, and like with the common, uncommon, and then rare, and you go to like the scar and stuff. I feel like the overall accuracy of the low tier weapons are just way too high, and basically make the rare weapons a little bit less valuable than what they would actually be, because the accuracy is just so high on these weapons, and to a certain range, it's like absolutely almost like a 100% accuracy, and it's just absolutely insane. So I feel like that should maybe be changed, and because it just makes the higher tier weapons less valuable, and just, I don't know, it's just something that they should change personally, to what I think. And also the thing with the red crosshair while you're staying still thing, with the guaranteed shot, I don't necessarily know how I feel about that. Like the reason that I like how the game works right now, of course, because I'm used to it. And sometimes when you're going to engage on somebody, you don't necessarily know if those first shots are gonna hit them or not, which is something that I really do like. And basically sometimes taking risks into battle is just what this game is all about, and sometimes it's just not 100% the fact of having skill and stuff, and just like knowing that in the back of your brain, if you do engage like this person at a certain range, then you are taking a chance that your bullets will not hit, and you will basically just be shooting in the blue, and just alerting this person, and that will initiate the fight. And that is just one of the cool aspects that I found about this game. Now thing is that with this new red rare cross thing, I feel like the person that will be seeing the person first, or just like example, you'll just be running across like some field, and then there's somebody just looking at you from a distance, they'll be able to get those 3 shots off of you without you not being able to do anything, and having by you having a time to react and build a wall to cover yourself and stuff. I feel like that's a bit too much of an advantage to give somebody those 3 shots, especially if it's going to be a scar or an AR like that. It's pretty much 80 damage straight off that you're going to be having to take. And I feel like the reason that I like Fortnite so much is because that is something that you can just turn around. Example, somebody has the advantage over you, and they have they just see you before you do, and they're on the higher ground, they're just sniping out of a bush or anything like that, and they're with their AR. Well, even if they do hit a shot on you, it's not guaranteed that they hit a 3 in a row shot. That would actually just be based on luck, and you either having a orange scar or a scar just anything like that, or your AR just hitting those 3 bullets based on luck. But what I like about it is that even if he tries to shoot you, you still have the time to react and actually make a equal advantage, and the person that will actually have the highest skill set or whatever in between the two will actually come out victorious in that fight, and will basically come down to just whoever's the best. And that's why I like how the game is made right now as well. But that's just how I feel about this brand new crosshair and accuracy stuff. I honestly feel maybe it's a bit too accurate, because I've played a couple times and I feel like my shots were just hitting a bit too much. I know it's weird to say, but the fact that the way that the fights were going were just not the way that I'm used to, and I feel like that's not the way that Fortnite is maybe supposed to go. Because of course, these late game fights that usually people, if they're shooting at you with a scar at a super long distance range and you just keep running away, usually can't really hit you, because that's just the way that the ARs work in this game. And pretty much the only way is to hit a freaking crazy ass snipe, and it gives the other team that's getting freaking wrecked a chance that you actually have a chance to escape this fight and just retreat and go heal up and actually try to re-engage something with much lower health, but it still gives them a chance. But with this new update, they can keep on constantly shooting at you at the most insane ranges, and when you're out of freaking material, sometimes the only way is to try to juke, and they can just keep shooting at you, and it's just super annoying. And I feel like maybe this isn't a good change for Fortnite, but of course these are all my opinions, and I just feel like the game is already made in a way that we're all much too used to, and it's just what it is. Now the thing is that you have to keep in mind is that although you can hit these 3 shots in a row, sometimes just straight beast them out, you also have to keep in mind that the damage also will be less than what it would actually be. Instead of being 30, it'd be 25 or 26. But even though there's a damage drop off there, I feel like the damage is so much more significant, because the fact that you could just keep on hitting shots at that range, just not miss, it'll basically just get your DPS way more high than what you would normally do. And I don't know, it's a weird mechanic that maybe we're just gonna have to get used to in the game and just deal with it in the long terms, and maybe it'll just get better the more that we actually play with it, and just the more that they tweak with it, and just more that we get used to it. I feel like that's maybe gonna be the time that